JustinPeters.org. Visit his website. Now, Justin, I suspect that there were other people who showed up with the other maladies, sick kids. You write about one child who was born basically without a brain, just a brain stem. Did you see any indication that these people were helped in any way, shape, or form?
No, Todd, I didn't.
All right.
And believe me, I looked for it.
All right. Now, what is then Justin? Sometimes when you watch on television, you will see these people, they were in a wheelchair, they couldn't walk, or we're told by the healer that they couldn't walk, and there they are walking on the stage. What am I to do with that? That seems pretty miraculous.
Well, what's going on, Todd, is that a lot of these people that claim to get out of wheelchairs, well, they actually do get out of wheelchairs, but the problem with it is that these are people kind of like myself who are in a wheelchair, yet they can still walk. I walk on crutches. I use a wheelchair for going long distances, but a lot of these people are in chairs, but they can still get up out of their chairs and walk. And I really don't think there are any plants, Todd. I mean, there may be, but these are people who genuinely believe they feel better. But Todd, there's such energy there. There's a huge, thousands of people. And what you have when people are expecting the miraculous and you have adrenaline coursing through your body, you can make yourself feel better, and you do feel better for a little while.
Todd Bentley was interviewed on Geraldo Rivera's program, and he was just coming off of the stage at the Lakeland Revival, and he said, Geraldo, I've got right here in my hand, and he's flagging a bunch of papers of verifiable, certifiable healings. Mm-hmm. Geraldo asked for them. We don't have any of those documents, and there's a difference between somebody who has some sort of psychosomatic response versus a true organic healing. Would you explain that difference?
Todd, as I was saying, you can make yourself feel better for a little while, but when the euphoria subsides, the symptoms almost always reappear. If God were truly healing the sick in these meetings, we should expect to see amputees grow new limbs. We should expect to see mentally retarded children restored. But it's always somebody that has an illness that cannot be readily seen.
Supposedly cancer going away, and a ton of those pronouncements going on. The tumor is gone, it fell out their pant leg, they kicked it across the field, and all sorts of things. Okay, Justin, we talked to Mark Havel in Great Britain, who used to do the very thing that Todd Bentley is now doing. He's repentant of that from reading his Bible and understanding it's not what the Bible teaches. And he talked about how this is basically people getting into a suggestive state, a hypnotic state, and the way that it's done is through a ton of worship and music. What did you see in Lakeland?
Well, exactly, Todd. The interesting thing is that none of this would have worked without the music. When I was there, the first 2 hours of the service is music, and it's all very repetitive, very emotionally charged music. People are worked up into emotional frenzies, and when this music is repeated over and over and over for 2 hours, and people are really in a stage of hypnosis. You have dim lights, and the atmosphere is just so. It's perfectly choreographed. And then and only then do these miracles ever seem to take place.
Because they want them to happen. All right, Justin, we appreciate your visit. We appreciate the time. Visit JustinPeters.org, JustinPeters.org.
We're going to confirm it. We got to confirm it. We got to do a follow-up.
We just heard the follow-up. Until tomorrow, go serve your king.